everyone. It's been a while since I have done an overnight oat recipe, and this morning, to be honest with you, I was wishing I woke up to one. The last one I did was the apple pie overnight oats, so I am going to make one today that I have never made before, believe it or not. It's going to be tough for you to make, but I've seen a lot of recipes online. I want to do a pumpkin pie walnut cranberry overnight oats. So the reason I'm going to do it different is because I bought from Flav City, where I buy my protein shake, I bought their pumpkin spice latte. This is delicious. So if you add this with almond milk and just drink it as a smoothie, you get 25 grams of protein, and it's all clean ingredients. It's got collagen in it. I try to stick with Flav City now because they're more clean. I have their brownie batter, their vanilla, their butter coffee is delicious, and this is the fall and winter one that they had. So I thought, why not make my pumpkin pie overnight oats out of this? However, if you don't have this, I've seen a lot of recipes where we can use my standard overnight oat recipe, which I'll do the standard overnight oat recipe before I add the protein powder so that everyone there knows. If you've been following me all along, you know that recipe because I posted it enough times. I've done, I think, 3 or 4 flavors of it. So basically it's one cup of Greek yogurt, and I'm using Chobani non-fat plain Greek yogurt. This one is, and it's 18 grams of protein in a cup. So I use my handy dandy Pampered Chef container for this because it's a sloppy gloppy measuring thing. Like, I love this thing for peanut butter, Crisco, especially Crisco and peanut butter. You know the struggle is real if you're trying to put your Crisco or your peanut butter in a 1 cup like measuring cup like this. You gotta scoop it all out with a spoon or a spatula. This thing, I've showed it to you. If you can go on eBay and find them, I don't know, maybe Pampered Chef still makes them. I haven't been on a Pampered Chef site in a while, but it is the invention of the century. So, and it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. I mean, obviously, if you go too much yogurt, you got more overnight oats. That was 1 cup of Greek yogurt, but I was hoping to use this up, and I still have another cup in there, I could tell. Sorry, that's my laundry. I'm multitasking. So, 1 cup of yogurt, then, I didn't bring out my cup measuring. Oh, I did. 1 cup of oats. I even put my spoon holder here so I would not make as much of a mess. 1 cup of, I'm using organic old-fashioned oats. 1 cup. And then I already have measured out 1 cup of almond milk. This is the basics. Now, chia seeds. I always put chia seeds. They keep you satiated and full, and they're just a good ingredient to have in your overnight oats because they blow up with the oats. That sounds great. 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. Now, at this point, this is when you decide what you want to do with this. So, I haven't made a flavor yet. So if I wanted to make, you've seen me do them. If I wanted to make the chocolate peanut butter one, you would add your chocolate protein powder or peanut butter PB2 powder, or if you wanted to make the apple pie ones, I used vanilla protein powder. I add protein powder into this at this point. So this is the overnight oat nothing. That's yogurt, milk, chia, oats. 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of the milk of your choice. That was almond milk. There wasn't even vanilla almond milk, so I like vanilla almond milk for this if I have it. 1 cup of oats and 1 cup of yogurt, 1 cup of milk. 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. That's when now I get creative. So in this is going to make 4 servings when I'm done. So I'm going to use, usually it's 1 scoop of Premier Protein. I'm sorry. If you have Premier Protein powder, you use 2 scoops, which for this you would use 4 scoops. If you're using Flav City protein powders, which I am, only 2 scoops get used just because that's what their serving is. Their serving is 1 scoop per smoothie. So Premier Protein is, let me just grab a towel. Premier Protein is 2 scoops per serving. So because we're doing 4 servings, I know math isn't my strong suit. Just trust me. Premier Protein gets 4 scoops. Flav City gets 2 scoops. I'm still not done with this. Even though that's pumpkin pie flavored and it's sweetened, I'm going to add probably 2 tablespoons. Hopefully this is open. I don't think it is. It's not. I remember I finished my maple syrup. I just think the vibe of what I'm going to do is going to be really good. Do you want me to measure? Do I have to use a spoon? So I'm going to measure for you. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup into this. 1, 2. And I could have done that by eye. Now, if I was doing another one with any other flavor, I usually use vanilla extract for the flavoring. But I'm going with pumpkin, maple. You'll see, I'm still going. And then I'm going to do a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Wait, no. What do you think? Put it in? Why do I ask questions of a camera that you can't answer me? There's something really wrong with your girl, I'm telling you. I'm going to do it because I want it a little spicy. So I'm going to do, hopefully this isn't too much. I'm actually leveling it. A teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. We'll see. I'm still not done. Let me get this off this and use my whisk for a minute. So, the apple pie one was delicious. So far, I think that might have been one of my favorite ones. I actually chopped up an apple into it and did cinnamon and cloves and nutmeg, the things you would put in if you wanted a spicy apple pie. Okay, so to this, get all the stuff out of the way. Put my dirty over here. I brought out some walnuts. I'm going to chop some walnuts. Usually I do a nut into it. You know that. What do you think of that water cup, huh? I'm very festive, I know. So usually I do a nut. I do pecans in some. I do sliced almonds in some. In fact, I'm going to measure this out for you. So I'm going to do a cup of walnuts that I'm going to chop up. And that would be a 1/4 cup per serving. So we've got pumpkin pie spice, pumpkin pie latte. Oh, what I was going to say is if you don't have this latte flavor, I've seen the same recipe using pureed pumpkin. So you could do the overnight oat recipe, add in pureed pumpkin, maple syrup, vanilla protein powder, just to heighten that protein up. So this is a cup of chopped nuts going in. Now I should have took the whisk out. And I want every last crumb of those nuts, like on this knife. Let me get my spatula back. You mean the one I put over there now, because that's the dirty dishes? Oh, not only that, put it on the spoon saver, and then I'm still not done. I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of cranberries. So sometimes, remember the last time I made the apple pie ones, I said I would put raisins in it. They're going in. So I got dried cranberries, walnuts, pumpkin pie, latte mix, pumpkin pie spice. So the basic stuff was all in there, and now I've made it this pumpkin pie overnight oats. It will not be good till tomorrow. They call it overnight oats for a reason. So what I do with this from this point on is I put it in 4 equal servings in my little schmancy cups, and I put it in the fridge. So like I said, this morning I woke up saying, I wish I had one made, and I didn't. So it goes something like this. Usually about 1/2 of this cup. In fact, I'll do them for you right now. See when we get. I should measure them out, but I don't. Everything is eyeball with me, as you know. So you're able to see them all. Have you made? I know some of you who have already written to me that have made my overnight oats. I can't really take credit. I just took a bunch of recipes and then I make it up as I go. But the basic recipe I showed you a lot of times already is the, I'm trying to make sure they're all even, is the 1 cup of yogurt, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of oats. Usually I do vanilla extract, chia seeds, 3 tablespoons. That's my basic recipe before I add whatever flavor protein powder I'm going to do and whatever vibe I'm going with. You guys, So if you were gonna make this without having this protein powder, which if you do have it, it's a good invention I'm coming up with here. And I cover these up. These cups are online. They're QVC Temptation cups. I have a lot of Temptations. They are red, white, and blue patriotic. I only bought one set, which is hard for me because you know I'd be using Christmas ones or fall ones by now, but I sold all my dishes. So now I have 4 beautiful fancy schmancy servings of my overnight oats for another day. Hopefully this helps you guys, inspires you guys, because January 1st everybody starts a diet. I mean, I was on a diet for my whole life since high school, and January seemed to be the time everybody started. Keep the overnight oat recipe. I am not going to type it up again. It's hard. I'm talking to the phone, the grammar comes out wrong. I can't type with this right hand. I can't move my middle finger. I don't know what's going on. I got rigor mortis setting in, as my dad would say. But I've said it enough in the video to show you. So hopefully you watch this, you enjoy it, and it inspires you to make something healthy for yourself. Lots of protein in this, lots of fiber in this. It's just plain out good for you. So God bless you all and have a great day. And thanks for being with me. Have a good day.